What if the greatest threats to your health were not the ones you could see or feel, but the ones silently building inside your body, invisible and unnoticed, waiting for the perfect moment to strike? Most people over 50 worry about sudden events. A heart attack, a stroke, a diagnosis that changes everything overnight. But here is the truth that almost nobody talks about. These events are rarely sudden. They are the final explosion of a time bomb built over years of small daily choices that seemed harmless at the time, skipping walks, eating just one more processed meal, pushing through nights of poor sleep, ignoring stress because there was always something more urgent to deal with. And then, at 60 or 70, people ask in despair, how did this happen to me? The answer is simple. It didn't happen last night. It happened every single day. But here is the good news. If you are listening right now, there is still time. Time to stop the silent thieves of your health before they steal the years you still have ahead. And since the right information can literally change your life, do one thing now. Tap the subscribe button and leave your like. This way, YouTube understands this is important to you and will keep sending you tips that keep your body strong and healthy. When we think about illness, we usually imagine something dramatic, a sudden collapse, a rush to the hospital, a life hanging by a thread. But in reality, the most dangerous diseases don't announce themselves with drama. They arrive quietly, building their power year after year until the day they finally show their face. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, prediabetes, chronic inflammation. These are the silent thieves of health. They don't cause pain at first. They don't leave visible scars. You can walk, work, laugh, and believe you are fine, while inside your body is slowly being damaged. Imagine a man at 55. He feels healthy. He doesn't take time to check his blood pressure because why would he? He still works long hours, eats fast food for convenience, and tells himself, I'll start taking care of myself when I retire. 10 years later, at 65, he sits in a doctor's office, shocked by the words. You have severe heart disease. You need treatment immediately. He asks, how? I felt fine all these years. But the truth is, the disease didn't begin yesterday. It was growing silently while he ignored the warning signs. The body always whispers before it screams, but most people never listen. Headaches dismissed as stress, fatigue blamed on age, shortness of breath excused as just being out of shape. Every ignored signal is an invitation for the silent thieves to take another step forward. And here is what makes them even more dangerous. By the time symptoms become obvious, damage has already been done. Arteries hardened, pancreas exhausted, joints inflamed. Reversing it becomes a battle instead of prevention. These invisible enemies don't discriminate. Men, women, rich, poor, anyone who neglects the basics becomes their target. And the cruelest part is how easily most of these conditions could have been avoided with simple actions, taken years earlier. But if you are listening to this message right now, you still have a choice. You can open your eyes to the silent thieves before they take what matters most: your health, your independence, your years of freedom. And that choice begins with awareness. Once you see what is hidden, you can no longer ignore it. If silent diseases are the thieves of health, then habits are the doors we leave unlocked for them to enter. Every day, without even noticing, millions of people invite these invisible enemies deeper into their lives, not through one big mistake, but through thousands of small ones that add up over time. The first habit is a sedentary lifestyle. Sitting has become the new smoking. Hours spent in front of a computer, evenings collapsed on the couch, weeks passing without a single walk that makes the heart beat faster. At first, it feels harmless. You tell yourself you are just tired, but muscles weaken silently. The heart loses strength silently. Blood flow slows silently, until one day climbing stairs feels impossible and independence begins to slip away. The second habit is poor nutrition. We live in a world where processed food is easier, cheaper, and faster than real food. A sugary snack here, a soda there, fast food on busy nights. None of these seem dangerous alone, but year after year, they build a toxic foundation inside the body. Sugar attacks blood vessels, salt raises blood pressure, artificial fats harden arteries. Slowly, invisibly, the body begins to drown in what it was never designed to handle. The third habit is neglecting sleep. Modern society glorifies being busy, sacrificing rest as if it were a weakness. People brag about surviving on 5 hours of sleep. But the truth is simple. Every hour of lost sleep is another cut against the body. Hormones become unbalanced, memory begins to slip, the immune system weakens, and the brain, starving for rest, starts to age years ahead of schedule. Together, these three habits create a perfect storm. Sedentary living weakens the body. Processed food fuels disease. Sleep deprivation prevents recovery. Slowly, without any loud alarms, health begins to collapse. It doesn't happen in one day. It happens in thousands of ordinary days. The days when you tell yourself, "I'll start tomorrow." Consider this. A person in their 50s who avoids exercise, eats poorly, and sleeps little might feel fine for a while. But by their 60s, the price arrives: stiff joints, constant fatigue, alarming test results. They look back and realize the truth. It wasn't one decision that brought them here. It was the accumulation of all the small ones they ignored. Here is the reality most people never face. Your daily choices are writing the story of your future health. Every skipped walk, every processed meal, every late night is like signing a contract with your future self. And one day, that contract will be enforced. But contracts can be rewritten, habits can be changed, and the future can still be different. The question is, will you choose to change before the body begins to scream? There comes a moment in life when the mirror stops lying, when you look at yourself and realize that time is no longer forgiving careless choices. For some, that moment arrives at 55, for others at 65. But it always comes, and in that moment, you face a question that no doctor, no medicine, and no excuse can answer for you. Will I change now, or will I wait until it is too late? Picture two people, both 50 years old. The first one decides to make a change. They start walking 30 minutes each day. They swap fast food for simple home-cooked meals. They respect their sleep. At first, it feels small, almost insignificant, but as the years pass, their body rewards them. At 60, they still have energy. At 70, they remain independent. At 80, they can enjoy grandchildren, travel, and live without constant fear of illness. The second one does nothing. They tell themselves, "I'll be fine." They keep sitting for hours, eating poorly, and ignoring their body's whispers. At 60, they are tired. At 70, the doctor gives them a list of medications. At 80, they no longer walk without help. Their independence is gone, and they wonder with deep regret why they never acted when there was still time. This is the turning point, the fork in the road where small decisions separate decades of vitality from decades of suffering. The tragedy is that most people don't even realize they are standing at this crossroads. They believe health is something that just happens with age, but the truth is clear. Age is inevitable, decline is not. Think of health like a tree. If you plant the right seeds, water it and care for it, it grows strong, able to withstand storms. But neglect it, starve it, poison it, and it will look fine on the outside until one day, with no warning, it falls, hollow and broken inside. The turning point is now. Not tomorrow, not next year. Every day you wait is another day you choose the weaker path, and the difference between the two paths only grows wider with time. So ask yourself, which road are you on today? If silent diseases are the thieves and harmful habits are the open doors, then what are the protectors? Who stands guard over your body, defending it from decline day after day? They are not expensive treatments, not miracle pills, not complicated routines. They are what I call the invisible heroes, the simple, overlooked actions that quietly rebuild your strength and protect your future. The first invisible hero is movement. Not running marathons or lifting heavy weights, but simply moving with intention. A 30-minute daily walk, gentle stretching, climbing stairs instead of taking the elevator. These small acts tell your heart, your muscles, your bones. Stay alive, stay strong. Movement is the most powerful medicine no doctor can prescribe in a pill. The second invisible hero is strength training. Many people believe lifting weights is only for the young, but science shows the opposite. After 50, resistance training is not optional, it is survival. With light weights, resistance bands, or even your own body weight, you preserve muscle, protect your joints, and defend your independence. Every squat, every push, every lift is an investment in the freedom to stand, walk, and live without fear of frailty. The third invisible hero is restorative sleep. While you rest, your body repairs, hormones rebalance, the brain cleans itself, muscles rebuild. Sleep is not wasted time. It is the most valuable healing process nature has ever designed. Protecting your sleep means protecting your memory, your energy, and your years of life. The fourth invisible hero is real food. Whole fruits, vegetables, nuts, lean proteins, and clean water. Not perfection, not restriction, just returning to what the human body was built to thrive on. Every natural meal is a message of love to your cells. Every reduction in processed food is another brick in the fortress of your health. The invisible heroes ask for no applause. They don't give instant results. They work quietly, invisibly, every day. But when the years pass, they reveal their power. They are the reason one person can still walk freely at 80, while another struggles at 65. The choice to let these heroes into your life is yours, and the earlier you invite them, the stronger they become. Health is not only about numbers on a medical report, it is about freedom. The freedom to walk where you want, to care for yourself, to enjoy time with the people you love without depending on anyone. That freedom is one of the greatest gifts you can protect, and one of the most painful things to lose. Too many people only realize this truth when it is gone. They look back and wish for just one more chance to choose differently. But you, right now, still hold that chance. No matter your age, no matter your past choices, your future can still be shaped. Taking care of your health is not only a personal responsibility, it is also an act of love. Because when you protect your body, you are also protecting your family from the burden of watching you suffer. You are giving your children, your partner, your friends, the gift of your presence, your vitality, your independence. And perhaps the most important lesson is this: it is never too late. Every step you take today, no matter how small, plants a seed for a stronger tomorrow. One walk, one healthy meal, one night of real rest. Each action whispers to your body, I choose life, I choose strength, I choose freedom. So if this message spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone you love who is over 50. Because sometimes one video, one piece of advice, one story is enough to change a life. And if you want more guidance, more tools, more inspiration to stay strong and independent as the years pass, subscribe now. Not because the channel needs it, but because you need it. A constant reminder that your best years are still ahead, waiting for you to claim them.